Good afternoon, guys. This video will talk about the dynamic charts, how you can actually create the drop-down charts. And the reason I'm uploading this video because many of you, specifically uh, people who are actually students who I have trained, actually they demanded that they want this video because of the fact, I guess perhaps because of the two reasons. One is it really actually uh, gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of choosing the chart of your own choice, and without creating extra space, and it looks very elegant, and it's a very advanced technique as well. And definitely I guess it's a more of a looks like a dashboard. If you can prepare it for your any office project, I'm sure your boss or your reporting manager is surely gonna like this. And Before I start this video, I just want to tell you that I assume that you know the basics of the charts, because I'm not gonna talk much on the charts, how to prepare the charts, but I'll definitely speak about the technique which we are actually going to use this, right? So let me start with this. I have already prepared this data in order to avoid this video to go lengthy. So I have the company A data, I have the company B data. It could be anything. I'm just actually assuming, just trying to explain the technique what we actually want to do. So we'll create a drop down, and drop down would be something like this. If I choose the company A, then the graph would represent company A. If I choose company B, then the graph would represent company B, and similarly C, right? So before we do that, simply go to this insert chart and create a chart. Let us first create the three charts for all these elements, and I'm gonna select the charts, and I'll make the charts. uh, Let me first remove this. I don't need this, and on this axis I actually going to choose this. So I do spend a lot of time with my students on the charts, because charts and pivots are something which really one has to do a lot of work, so they got to be very good on the charts. So that's a short video I'm trying to make, but I'm sure this will actually going to do a lot of benefit to you, right? So I have created a chart, as you can see here, and I'm just trying to actually you know shrink it so that I can fix it somewhere here. And so that's your chart, and I guess, let me just, yeah, right. So that's the range. Just note this range. It starts with the F2, and I'm gonna write here F2, and it ends at your J8, right? So F2 to J8, that's the range within which it is actually, we have fixed this, right? Okay. So similarly, again, I need a chart. I'll copy this and I'll paste this, and I'll go to the select data, and I'll change the range to this. Okay, because this time we are working on this. Edit, go to the axis label. Axis label has to be the year, so this year has to be removed from here because we don't want on the y-axis. So now you have another chart, and I'll fix it here, right? So now let's change also one thing. You can write here the company A. I'm not gonna go into the customization of this chart, how you can create a beautiful chart and what all things, like the coloring, the axis, labeling, whatever I mean to say you want to do on the chart, you can do it. I just want to show you this technique which is going to make these dynamic. By just using a drop down, you can actually get all these charts one by one. So this would start from F11, and it will end at J17. So right here F11 to J17. Not necessarily you'll have to write here, you can even write it on the notepad. So I'll just tell you why actually I'm writing this, because it's gonna help me. So maybe I like to change the the path of this. Maybe I like to create the, let's say, line graph for this, right? Something like this. And maybe I like to change it the color like this, right? Okay. So again, I'm gonna create this chart, and this time again I'll go to right click on it and select data, and this time it should have uh, the data, this one. Okay, and press OK, and just check if you got the correct data. Select data and you have the year, remove it, and horizontal axis has to be this one, year, right? So you'll get your this data back, the chart back, and now what you need to do is you need to create this C. Okay, maybe I like to change the numbers, maybe let's say 81, so that I can actually distinguish between the charts. Well, that's just an hypothetical example. In real environment you may have a different data, right? So this time let's again change the design, and I'm gonna make this what chart I can make, maybe a bar chart, maybe this one, yeah, maybe this chart. And I don't like so much of formatting, so maybe I keep it like this, right? And maybe I can go ahead and it's taking a lot of space, so that's something you can do. And that's it, I guess. And I can further expand it like this, right? Okay, so I have it range. Let me move this little so that I should have the widths. It should be fixed actually nicely, all the charts should be fixed properly between these rows F to J, the distance I mean to say. So that will help actually. F20 till I have J26, right? So that's fine. I mean I was just writing it, just wanted to explain you actually that these are the ranges which I'm gonna use it now. That's your data, and that's gonna be your drop down. Now pay attention to this. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to this control F3, or maybe you can go to the formula and name range, and I'll say that now name ranges are very very powerful actually, I must tell you. They are used a lot in charts and pivots, and of course in drop downs. So I'll say the company A represents what? Company is a name. You can give any name. If you like your name, you can even give your name, or maybe if you like somebody else's name, you can even write that name, right? Doesn't matter, Excel really does not mind. Alright, so this range refers to company A, and I'm gonna write here company B now, but always try to use some logical names instead of using your friends or colleagues or your name, because then that's gonna help you while building the logics. So I'll select this table. Company B represents this range, and I'm gonna go again and I'm gonna say company C, right? And this time I'll select this range. So this range within which my actually chart falls, this will be selected, right? So I have all the ranges. Perfect, nice. Now let's go to this drop down and create a drop down. So I'm gonna create here the drop down. You can do all the formatting, but I'll just go to the Alt DL, data validation, and I'll select this L list, and I'll write here the name, maybe company A. I hate writing long names, so maybe I'll say just ABC. Okay, again you can write some relevant names here as well. So I'll get the ABC and the D, whatever it is there. In case if you're still wondering what I did, well, that's something you're supposed to know, but any which ways if you're not aware, then guys, go to this option data and do the data validation, and here in list drop down, select the list and write ABC, right? I can even reference this. I can even say like A, B, C, and I can reference this with the range, but I have written it manually, right? Now here what I want is a person should select the B and the chart should be reflected. If it's going to select, she is going to select C, then the chart should be reflected here. So what we are going to do is we're simply going to use this technique. Copy this chart, any chart, and go to the paste and use this paste picture. The moment you're going to paste this picture, remember this is a picture, this is not a chart, as you can see here. Now when you select the chart, you're not getting the layout and the design headers on over here, right? So that means that this is not a actually chart. So remove the grid lines. I'm gonna remove the grid lines from here, and perhaps I guess I should also remove the grid lines from here as well, because then that will not show up in the background. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to develop this formula, which I'm just writing here now, formula in name range, and so I'll write here, maybe I'll write my name. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is equals to if I'll write the formula here, if this cell equals to, or maybe you can do one thing. Why don't you write the formula here, if this cell equals to A. If the user is going to select A, then what should happen? It should get me the company A, which is a defined name range, right? And if this is going to be B, then what should happen? It should give me the company B. Now remember, these company B and company A are not the text entries, right? You can't write them in the code. These are the defined name ranges. They represent sheet 1, and in sheet 1 they represent some range, right, which we have already defined in the background, right? And if this cell is going to be, let's say, C, then I should get this company C, right? So I'm gonna copy this formula and I'll press escape, and I'll go to the name range and I'll write here my name, and equals to, I'll say the formula, right? Okay, so we have got some issues. Okay, so I just didn't put these quotes, right? Press F2. Okay, I haven't pressed the F2. Alright, mistake, my mistake, guys. I'll have to write this formula again, and I forgot to, it's always easy actually to write these formulas on the Excel rather than writing it in the name range, right? I mean, that's your choice. This is what I actually do. So A, B, C are in the quotes, and company A, company B, company C will not be in the quote. However, they looks like a text, and text always goes in the quotes, but in this time things are actually changed here, because these are not text, these are basically your name ranges, right? Control F3 will take you to the name range. So now I'm gonna write my name, and I'm gonna simply say Control V and press OK. Right, so remove these quotes if they are appeared there, because then it will not treat as a formula, but it will treat as a string, and string means whatever you write, that has to come back the same, So if you write equals to A1, you know that it will pick the value from the A1. If I have written in A1 cell, let's say I have written ABC, so obviously if you reference this, if you use this formula in F1 and you say equals to A1, then whatever the value A1 has, it actually goes there, so ABC would be there. But if you write equals to within the quotes A1, then you will get the A1, not the value which A1 has, because then it's gonna act like a string. So I think we're good to go. Let me press close, and yes, I want to save the changes. Alright, so we got the error. Very nice. So let's see what is the error. Video should have actually error, because only then I guess you would feel that things are not just made always in the very first go. You really need to do a lot of hard work. So what I'm doing is, by somehow, I don't know, but these quotes are repeated, so I have just corrected them, because double quote means double quote here and double quote here, but I was getting like 4 quotes, which was horrible. So let me just close this, and hopefully this time it will save the changes. Again I'm getting the error. So now what's the error? Alright, so we have the company B. It says the error in the company B. Oh, what's the matter? I think we have not defined this name, or what? Because the moment I'm saying close and I'm saying yes, it's giving me the error. It's highlighting this company B. So I guess we have the error. So let me just copy this precious formula. I don't want to create it again. This time let me say no, and let's go back to the name range and check the company C. So company C, what's the matter? Company C has a data which is F22, right? So it should work actually, and F22J, F11, and I guess things are fine, right? Company C. So maybe let me check again. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have come out of that option. So let me just go back here and let's check company B. All right, so company B is here. So what's the matter? Company B, I'm again getting these double quotes. Seems like, okay, this, remove these quotes, and oh, just remove this, right? And company B, we just keep one quote on the left and the right of this text, and yeah, and these quotes are also going to be removed, right? That's what happens. You need to be on the F2 mode, edit mode. So now you can move your selection left and right, and so company B is fine. I guess it should pick the value now. If C1 equals to A, and this, alright, so I guess the problem is, let me just check here. Okay, so we have a problem. I think we haven't closed the brackets correctly. I'm using this, it should be 1F2. Oh my god, yeah, that's crazy, man. This yeah, we haven't put this if here. Right, so that's my apologies, guys. I was not using this. Okay, I just uploaded a video and I don't know why. Maybe I think my mind is jammed right now. So alright, so let me now close this. Okay, so you are missing the parenthesis, so I'll say 2 more and we'll good to go, right? So we have done all the things. We have settled this issue, right? So now what you need to do is select this piece, this picture, and say here equals to Ajay. That's my name, right? Alright, you can do whatever. I mean, you can write your name, as I said, whatever suits you. And now I'm gonna press enter. Okay, so it says the reference is not valid. Now again, I have an issue here, and now let's check that why it is not accepting this. Alright, so let me try once more. Ajay, no, it's not F. So it says reference not valid. It means this reference Ajay, by the name of the Ajay, this has a problem actually, right? So okay, so we have the problem got here, right? We have got the problem here. Now I just saw it, and I saw the formula and I know that where I'm wrong. Can you check what exactly is wrong in this formula? You really don't need to be expert on the Excel, right, in order to check such kind of things. See, my cell actually is not the correct. Now it has gone to the E10 wherever it should have actually the cell C1, right? So I'm gonna correct that. And why it happened? Because I did not freeze the values. Okay, so we going through a lot of errors, and we are actually handling them one by one. So I think that's a good practice for us, because these things may come when you actually start doing it. So it's always good to deal with the errors, right? Because I guess errors makes you learn more, rather than if you do the things in just first step, that's not gonna increase your knowledge. But if you have some errors and you deal with them successfully, obviously you'll remember them, and then it actually gives you a lot of confidence and the clarity as well, right? So that's gonna be this cell C1, and I'm gonna freeze this. And what else? So if drop down C1 equals to A, which is this, I should get company A. If drop down C1 equals to B, then I should get this. And if this drop down C1 equals to C, then I should get what? I should get company C, right? So let me just close this. Okay, so we have the error here, and the error is drop down sheet is the name is repeated twice. Yeah, so I'm gonna delete this. A sheet can have only one name at a time, right? So I'll just close this, and now I'm gonna write here my name and press enter, right? So that's how we achieve this, right? I'll just show you what we did actually. Just gonna color this cell, little bit of the formatting, right? Now if I'm gonna select this B, the chart will display accordingly. If I'm gonna select A, the chart is going to display as so according to the drop down, this looks amazing, right? Very neat and clean, right? So you can work on the charts, like for example, this A is doesn't look nice because it look little bigger. So definitely you can go back here and you can change it, right? You can do all the customization. Now that's what something which I'm not gonna teach you. That's something you'll have to do it. But that's how whatever the changes you'll bring here, the changes will be automatically reflected here. As you can see here, now the company has reduced. Now you're not getting the border line here. Why? This bottom line is displayed, is not getting displayed here. It's because of the fact, I would say that I guess the range you have used F2 to J8. Just put this, maybe reduce the size and put it a little up, right? Now you will see the range, right? You have all the border. So that's how guys you can create this, and I hope you have learned a lot, not just by the technique but also because of the error handling which we did today, right? Because I upload the videos directly on YouTube before practicing it. I really don't, I'm in practice on the videos because what I want is I should go with the flow, and it should be like my first video, and if I've got the errors, then actually we should be able to deal with them, right? So that's my video on the charts, and you can further go to my this charts and pivot playlist, and you can check my 5-6 videos over there. And I have now created a playlist especially for the Excel videos, where you'll get to know 40-45 videos, and on the VBA it has around 15 videos so far, and on all the videos if you want to watch one by one in just with the help of just one link, then there are around like 55 videos, you can watch them. And for the arrays, most dynamic powerful formulas, you can go on the playlist array, and similarly on on the other playlist. So playlist would come when you watch my video on the YouTube channel. Just below the video you get my name over there, and you select on that. If you're gonna select on that name, on the left side of the window, or somewhere here, right? Maybe it may change. I don't know what exactly, because it might be your desktop setting, but you'll see a word called the playlist. I hope you're familiar with this. Now playlist means what? You'll get all the videos, you'll get the numbers that this link has 44 videos, this link has 15 videos, and just click on that and it'll take you to each video one by one. And the moment you will not, like you're busy or you don't want to watch it, maybe you can just close the video and you can come back there and you can always watch it. That's my email ID guys, in case if you're looking for some help, let me know about it. And if you're looking for some Excel training, let me again know about it. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.